Have you ever heard about a flight ticket for $9? From time to time you can spot such prices when searching through low-cost airlines websites. This is the case, especially in Europe and Asia. However, most times flying low-cost airlines is not as cheap as you may think. In this video, we'll explore a common misconception, the belief that flying with low-cost airlines always guarantees the cheapest fares. When browsing for flights, it's not rare to see extremely low prices offered by budget carriers. You can even often pay more for getting to the airport than for the ticket itself. These prices are often offered by Wizz Air, Ryanair, or Air Asia. Airlines sell tickets for a few dollars because it's a part of their marketing strategy, so they are intentionally selling tickets that will make them lose money in order to promote their services and to make a profit from these passengers in the future. An example of this situation was when Ryanair opened domestic routes in Poland from Wrocław to Warsaw and Warsaw to Gdansk between 2014 and 2017. Ticket prices for those flights rarely exceeded $10, even when airport fees were at about $20. But thanks to these flights many people started flying and used Ryanair services in the next years. In general, only a few tickets are offered at a low price, and the rest is more expensive. For example, the average Ryanair fare is around $60 one way. It still sounds cheap, but here we come to the point. And it's called ancillary revenue. Airlines, especially low-cost, are making even around 40% of their profits from selling add-ons to your ticket, such as bags, seat reservations, priority boarding, and buy onboard service. Let's for example take a $60 Ryanair ticket. If you want to sit together with other people in your group, or you don't want to sit in the middle seat, you have to pay at least $8. And if you won't do it, the airline will deliberately assign you a middle seat. Do you want a standard-sized carry-on baggage? Then pay $15. Not to mention buy onboard meals and checked bags, as almost all airlines in Europe and the US charge for these nowadays. So, in total it's more than $80 one way. And that's the price you have to consider when comparing Ryanair with other airlines. And many low-cost carriers are even charging more. For example, when flying Spirit, you will have to pay $45 for a carry-on bag, and around $15 to $20 for a seat reservation. Additional fees can quickly add up, turning what initially appeared to be a bargain into a more expensive option. Furthermore, the travel experience on low-cost airlines may not be as comfortable or convenient as one might expect. This is mainly due to the fact that many low-cost airlines, especially in Europe, are still using secondary airports, such as Beauvais in Paris, Stansted or Luton in London, or Torp in Oslo. And getting to the city center from these airports can cost even $35 one way. Another disadvantage of flying low-cost airlines, which is not frequently mentioned, is their attitude to flight delays and cancellations. Legacy airlines using the hub-and-spoke model, in case of cancellation, will rebook you to other available connections during the same day, as they have a robust network and offer many flights per day on most routes. You will also be rebooked to other airlines when no own flights are available. This is not the case when flying low-cost carriers. In case of disruption, you will have to wait for hours or even days, as the flights are often offered only 2 times per week. This can result in added stress and costs, as you will have to buy a new ticket if you can't wait for a few days. Booking with a reputable traditional carrier will often result in a more comfortable journey, superior customer service, and greater reliability. While ticket prices may be slightly higher up front, the overall value and peace of mind provided by legacy carriers often outweigh the perceived savings of low-cost airlines. Of course, I am not saying that a low-cost airline is always more expensive than a standard one, but you have to be very careful when booking flights with them. If you want to travel with just a backpack and don't mind sitting in the middle seat, as well as staying for a few extra days in case of cancellation, then low-cost airlines are a perfect option. But if you want a reliable flight with basic amenities, such as a free carry-on bag, then book with a legacy airline, as the price will most probably be lower or the same as with cheap competitors. But the most important thing that I want to tell you in this video is not to think about low-cost airlines as the cheapest option. You always have to compare other airlines' prices, as the flight with them may be cheaper, especially during holiday periods. Unfortunately, many people just go to low-cost airlines websites and buy tickets there without even checking what prices other airlines charge, because they think that if the airline is called a low-cost one, then it always has to be the cheapest. In conclusion, when it comes to finding the best value for your money, it's essential to carefully weigh the pros and cons of flying with low-cost airlines. While they may offer initial cost savings, the additional fees, less than ideal travel conditions, and higher risk of disruptions may ultimately make traditional carriers a more appealing option for budget-conscious travelers. Thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And remember, consider all factors mentioned in the video carefully when booking your next flight.